Hello YouTube, it's What's Up Nate. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Before I start today's video, I did want to say thank you to those of you that have helped me reach 1,500 subscribers. I do want to just say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Today I wanted to talk about some of the indie games I had played on the channel this last month in October, and I wanted to give a recap and my own thoughts on each game. And if you do want to see each individual video, there will be stuff in the description for that. There will be a full playlist, and I will include the info cards on like somewhere over here on the video where they pop up, and you can click those if they sound interesting to you and you want to watch a full playthrough. So with that all being said, let me go ahead and start with the first game. It's called Terracotta. It's this really introspective, short indie title. It kind of covers the general idea of this person going through their own anxious, uncertain time, and just being really transparent with the audience as they talk about how they feel like, things are just overwhelming and they feel bad about the things like that are going on in their lives. They even like say in there, like the creator themselves, like kind of like meta, like breaks the fourth wall and says like, I'm sorry, it's not that exciting and there's no good ending yet. It's super short. It was like, I think 5 minutes. I think the thing that really got me about that game was just how inspired it felt and just how genuine, and how games can be like a good medium to get like insight into a person that I feel like a lot of things can't really capture sometimes, because usually through a movie you're experiencing it through the eyes of somebody else or through the audience's eyes. Through music, you're just trying to understand someone's take on something, where again the very unique perspective to me is the first person part of walking around. I kind of go on about it in the actual playthrough of the game, so you can check all that out if you're interested in that. But it is just a general idea for like anxiousness, anxiety, uncertainty in the future, and I really respect that, and I appreciate the developer going out of their way to convey those emotions and express them in a vulnerable state of mind. I think that's the one thing I really do enjoy about indie games, is that developers and the people creating them can express themselves in a more genuine way. I think Terracotta is one of those things that gets me thinking more about developers, as I mentioned before, and it gets me into the idea that maybe I just like games being told in a video game form more than other mediums, and that's why I don't really connect with TV shows as much or other forms of media, because I feel like I don't get that insight as to the person who actually created it. So I'm not really sure if there's something else that could be like conveyed in the same way, but I'd be really interested to see what this developer comes up with in the future as well. Again, very short, highly recommend you just check it out. Even if you just watch the video, it's a win-win for me. The next game I wanted to talk about was a indie game called Ranita Fishing. It was by a small studio, I believe in Chile. It's like a mix of like Animal Crossing and like 2D Zelda, like top-down Zelda, if that makes sense. I thought the game was incredibly simple. The art direction was profound. Like you could have fooled me. You could have told me that this was published on the eShop and I definitely would have believed you. But the thing I did like about it was the difference in the mechanics. Even as the game was very simple in its fishing mechanics, it had Animal Crossing, you wait for the bob to go down, you hit A and then it comes out. But I found it to be a nice little mix of the two, and it didn't overstay its welcome. I think the thing with Ranita Fishing, can't really emphasize it enough, is that while it was really interesting and I really liked it, there was a bit of a obviously it was a proof of concept, and if anything it just showcased how well done the art and the engine was done. As I mentioned before, I would just be really interested to see what Ranita Fishing does with its other mechanics, or adds and elaborates on mechanics to make it a full-on game, or whatever else they end up working on, because they even said it's a proof of concept. We'll have to go and check out what this developer is up to in the meantime. So overall, I think that one is much more of a thing you can experience through playing it instead of watching me play it. It is much more in tune with the game mechanics. And speaking of which, let's get on to the next game. Now, Shrine of Cards is something that particularly makes me excited because I love card games. If you looked at other aspects of my channel, they are about like Yu-Gi-Oh! And card games. Like I'm no stranger to them. I enjoy them. I enjoy Slay the Spire. I like Monster Train. I like, is that it? Is that all I play? I mean, I like other TCGs as well. So, I like the Pokemon TCG and actively kind of play it every now and then. I'm aware of Magic. I like card games. I mean, I don't know how else to say that, but I do like it is like a unique twist on it. And I think the thing that really got me like with my gears turning in my head was just the fact that there were a lot of things that could be done in the game, and then there were limitations that made the game feel fair. With the shrine building, maintaining your resources with your mana and your health, I did really like how simple it was. where I feel like if you let someone kind of play it for themselves, like I did, because I had only played it for 5 minutes by myself, and then I just to make sure the game looked okay on my screen when recording it, and just recorded it from there, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I feel like it would really lend itself well to a phone, the one-handed thing, because I felt that the game is simple enough to pick up on a phone, but maybe not complex enough to want to sit down and play it at a computer. That being said, I think it is important to note that the game was made in like 3 or 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, for a game jam. And they even said like the game's not super balanced because I didn't have time to balance it. I just had like an idea and I really liked it. There were also like random things that were happening that changed between the rounds, like weather or different enemy encounters or things spawning because of random things. And it gave the game a lot of pizzazz and a lot of excitement. That's the other thing, is I'd played through the game like 3 times because I liked it so much. So I got to see a lot of different things that you wouldn't see in one playthrough just because of the variety. That one I would love to see elaborated on even more. I do have a shorthand list of indie games that I plan on playing for the channel. The other thing I wanted to let you all be aware of and know is that I am open to suggestions on playing things. I did receive a comment earlier this week that was talking about playing Frog Detective, The Amazing Frog Detective. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't remember off the top of my head, as I am just kind of just going with the flow here. But I did appreciate that comment a lot, so thank you so much. I am going to play it because I did see that it is a shorter game, and I remember seeing it on Twitter a while back, so that's something I have there. But please let me know if there's something you would want me to play as well, or any sort of suggestions for anything you want to see me do or talk about. I'm very open to it. It streamlines me coming up with a concept, because a lot of times I have to write all that out. But that's gonna do it for me today. I just thought I would do this small review point because there were people who wanted me to talk about these games in a more genuine way than just playing them, talking about them in the moment and giving myself time to think about it. I recorded those all around, I believe I recorded those videos in the span of 2 days, so it was very candid, and now I'm here. I've thought about them about a month later, and hopefully that gives some insight. Again, please feel free to watch any of the videos in their full length, in their entirety. Please subscribe for more. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I think it's so cool that, as much as the videos, views kind of don't matter. I really do care about what people have to say about it in the community. So again, please feel free to let me know. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. Subscribe to the channel if I didn't mention that before, but I think I did. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.